In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can build muscle while staying lean, and we're starting right now. Yo, what's going on guys? It's Thomas from RohmerFitness, and real quick, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because I'm going to be posting fresh new content each and every day. So when it comes to, building muscle, the one thing you really don't want to have happen is adding fat at the same time. So if you build 10 pounds of muscle but 10 pounds of fat came along with it, that's really just not getting you anywhere, because now you're gonna have to spend time cutting that 10 pounds of fat off your frame to really get the look you want. So the ideal way that a lot of guys want to do it is you want to build muscle, maybe not as quickly, but slowly over time while not gaining any fat. So how can you do that? Well, the first thing you need to do is determine your resting metabolic rate. So essentially what your resting metabolic rate is it's the amount of calories you are burning off in a given day. So this is going to tell you your energy expenditure. This is a very important number you need to know because it'll tell you how many calories you're going to need to be eating. So don't worry, I put a resting metabolic rate calculator in the description box down below so you can determine what your RMR is. So once you've determined your RMR, that number is going to be your maintenance calories. So essentially, let's just say for the sake of example, your RMR is 2,500 calories. That would mean that if you ate 2,500 calories on any given day, you would not lose weight and you would not gain weight. Your weight would stay the same. So if you ate less than 2,500 calories, you would start to lose weight. And if you start to eat more than 2,500 calories, you would start to gain weight. And that is really what we're after here. We want to gain weight. We want to build muscle, but we don't want to build any fat. We don't want to build fat. We don't want to gain fat. That's what I should have said. So what are we going to do here? So we're going to take our resting metabolic rate of 2,500. Now that is going to be good enough for us to maintain what we have, but we want to build on top of that. So what we need to do is we need to add to that. We need to be in a surplus. The reason being is because we need to give our body enough of the raw materials, enough of the raw nutrients it needs to build muscle. So a good way to think about this is, let's say somebody building a house. They want to build, a house that's going to require 8,000 bricks for sake of example. If you only have 6,000 bricks, that's going to limit the size of the house you can build. You need 8,000 bricks to reach your goal. And that's sort of the same way here. You need enough calories for your body to build muscle. So the trick is though, you don't want to have too many calories. Just like in the example of building a house, if you have 10,000 bricks, what are you going to do with those 2,000 extra bricks? You bought all those extra bricks for nothing. So same with calories. If you eat too much, yes, you'll be building muscle, but at the same time, you'll be gaining some excess fat. So the trick is to eat enough to build muscle, but not really enough to gain too much excess fat. So the sweet spot here is to aim for around 0.5 pounds of muscle per week. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but think about this. Over the course of a year, that would be 26 pounds of muscle on your frame. And if you add that muscle in the right places, like your upper chest, your shoulders, your back, you are really going to be looking great. Far so more than somebody else who added more muscle over the course of the year, but they just added it to their legs, hips, thighs, butt, things like that. It's not going to have the same aesthetic look. So just be diligent with where you build your muscle, and 26 pounds of muscle in a year is absolutely phenomenal. So what you're going to do is take your resting metabolic rate number, which in our example is 2,500, and you're going to simply add 250 calories to that number. So now your daily number of calories you would be eating would be 2,750. Now, what you're going to want to do from here is diligently track that number, because if you are eating that many calories and you're still not gaining weight, what you need to do is add 100 calories to that number each week. So let's say, for example, you eat 2,750 calories for a week, and you just didn't gain any weight, and you have to, again, diligently track it to make sure that you actually know for a fact you ate that many calories. So once you tracked it, you know you ate that many and you didn't gain any weight, what you need to do is add 100 to that. So for the following week, you would eat 2,850 calories. And if you don't gain any weight that week, you bump it up another 100 until you start gaining 0.5 pounds a week. So that nutritionally, that's how you want to approach this in terms of how you're going to be gaining weight. Now, in terms of lifting weights and workouts and things like that, you really want to be focusing on progressive overload with your key compound lifts. So that just means getting stronger over time with your incline bench presses, your pull-ups, bent over rows, your squats, things of that nature. Those are the types of exercises you want to be getting stronger with over time. So make sure you're actually recording your workouts, you're recording how much weight you're using, how many sets, reps, things like that, etc. So that way you know, okay, last time when I did incline bench press, I did 200 pounds for 5 reps for each of my 3 sets. I either need to go up to 205 or I need to try to get more than 5 reps on each of my sets. You gotta think like that and try to break those numbers to get bigger and stronger over time. So that's really and truly how you're gonna have to do it. Now, of course, again, monitor yourself. If you start noticing you're gaining a little bit too much fat, then you need to cut back on the calories. So just cut back 100 or 200 calories each and every week, so that way you just kind of hit that sweet spot. And it's going to take some playing around, it's going to take some testing, but you will eventually figure it out and be good to go from there. So if you want a complete nutrition plan laid out for you step by step, be sure to check out these books behind me here. The flexible dieting one will really help you get your macros in check and help you get the percentages right and everything down to a T, and then you just track it, measure it out, and you'll be able to build muscle without gaining the fat. So be sure to give that a try. And that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and also while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be posting a new video every day, and that is going to be it. I'll be talking to you guys next time. Peace.